We're live, I guess. Um, yeah, Eric. He always has all that unopened retail, and
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that with Topps Chrome, like just some hanger packs and stuff. And then I just opened it instead.
No such luck.
Like I'm not like a super impulsive person. Like, but with I don't know. I just get bored and I want to.
One thing I don't believe in is giving wax away like as a prize. Like I get it, but I don't that whole idea of like we're selling it even. Like you asked me if I want to sell that box. Well, no, because what if it has like a one of one Zion in it? You know what I mean? And I get it. Well, you'll never know if you don't open it, but nobody else will know either. I don't know. It's weird.
I get it. I mean, that's what that's what cards are all about because what's up, Jesse? Cards
Just
it's all about that pack, you know. Like anything could be in there, especially with modern cards.
right.
The one of ones, autographs, all that stuff. Anything could be in there. And because of that, like people go nuts over it. Even if there's a very low chance of anything being big in there. That's the difference with like the junk wax era. Like got a pack right here. 88 Donruss. Like there's not going to be an autograph in here. There's not going to be a super fractor in here.
Yeah.
There's no short prints, nothing. There might be a Tom Glavine rookie card. That's about it, right? What else can be in there? I don't know. Nothing big. Man, that was loud.
I hear you.
That's not. I mean, I don't know what my point was with that. Like, I get that you can't sell something that you bought. It's kind of being like you're a dealer in that sense. You know what I mean?
Well, it's more like I don't give away lottery tickets at Christmas. I don't give away scratch off tickets. Like I don't want to give away something that an opportunity of a missed opportunity for myself. That's kind of I don't know. I mean, isn't that the whole thing? Like this Gleyber Torres, gold update rookie. Like, should I sell it now, or what if he has 3 MVPs in a row and it triples? I don't know. But what if he's involved in a sex scandal next week and it's like you never hear from him again?
Here's my take on it. Oh, okay. I just want to make sure we're live on Cardboard, not my channel. We are. I think if you have something that has what you perceive to be value, Jesse, we're just hanging out talking about sports, just kind of chilling. Yeah, we're talking about.
It'll get weird eventually, Jesse.
Yeah, don't worry. There'll be terrible YouTube videos. I have all kinds of new YouTube videos, but we're just talking about like not being able to sell something. I think so. Like my strategy is if I ever buy something with the intention of selling it, I try to buy multiples of it. And that way, if it becomes insanely valuable, then I can keep one. I don't need more than one in my. Whoa. So I don't need more than one in my personal collection. You know what I mean? So like, I can sell all but one.
Yeah, I get that.
But the flip side of that is I don't have like a giant hobby budget, you know what I mean? So like
right.
If I'm able to like get a huge victory and buy a card for cheap and it goes up massively and I have multiples of them, whatever, I'm going to move one so I can buy other stuff that I want.
Yeah.
I think
I got those 4 Jeter rookies going to PSA. Like, like I don't need 4 Jeter rookies, so obviously I'm gonna sell. If I got 2 9s and 2 8s, or 3 8s and a 9, like I'll keep the 9 and try to sell the 8s. I don't know. What do you get for a Jeter 93 tops 8? Like in an 8, like $25? I don't know. Maybe wait till Hall of Fame induction time and then dump it.
Well, specifically in that case, I would just wait. I think, man. Oh, I have it sorted by high. There's all kinds of like weird stuff here. $25
for what?
The Jeter 8.
Oh, okay, yeah, $25. Right, all right.
Yeah.
What's a Reggie Jackson rookie in a 4? Like if I'm being generous with myself, maybe this is a 4.
What's going on out there?
There's some dude on his motorcycle just getting it in. He's leaning into it hard. 69 tops, yeah.
Dude, how is this so cheap? $73?
Yeah, they're not. It wouldn't be an expensive car.
I want to buy one of these.
So what's a raw one go for?
Jesse wants to know about Altuve. I think
it has to, right?
I think it definitely will. Raw is like 35, 45, 60. I think it has to go down. The question is how far, and like long term, is this going to be like a major mark on his career? Like, would this prevent him from becoming a Hall of Famer? Like, don't scoff at that question because it might. You don't know. Or maybe a few years ago, a few years from like now, no one will really care about this.
Which is also very possible.
I guess some Red Sox stuff was about to come out. Some Red Sox sign stealing stuff.
What?
Yeah, there's because sign stealing probe. Here, I'll share my screen here.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get some little.
No, you're fine.
Housekeeping things done.
So this is from the other day, the LA Times. Oh, it's from February 17th, so a few weeks. I think the main thing is Cora. It's Alex Cora is the common denominator here. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Red Sox were alleged to have used the video replay room near the dugout to decode signs, which were relayed to the bench and then to base runners and eventually to batters. The alleged scheme was not as streamlined or efficient as the one employed by the Astros, who used an outfield camera and a monitor near the dugout. Blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, that sounds like it could be pretty bad. Like they're using technology.
But it also sounds like in every player they interview, they're like, everybody's doing it.
Right.
So are you going to clean up the game completely, or what's going on?
No, they're not going to clean up the game because the Astros were – it was unprecedented and, like, egregious what they did.
No penalties?
Nothing. There's been a couple guys fired. And the manager was going to be suspended for a year, right? I think it was. Hinch. He was going to be suspended. Right. I think he's going to be suspended for a year. And they just fired him. But
who's in there now? Dusty Baker?
Yeah. That was just like the ultimate just Mez, what's up, dude?
Mez. Dude, I gotta get my
each other, Mez.
I gotta Hey Jesse, you gonna do the fantasy baseball now that we're all here? You gotta get your email to Mez. I'm putting you on the spot.
This is riveting stuff here.
Well,
No, I'm not blaming you. I'm just sitting there too.
I feel it. I feel it. Now I got the chat up.
We got a ton of people in here. We got 3 people in here.
Dude, we're killing it.
Let's see if I can find I don't know. So just the last thing I'll say about
the Myers by you?
Yes. The last thing I'll say about hesitating to sell something, like selling a card because the player might become an MVP or whatever.
Right.
I'll tell you this, that I have regrets about cards I've sold that have gone up in value.
Okay, sure. How could you not? I do too.
Right.
Recent ones.
But the one that like really stings to me was, and I won't tell you who it was yet, but it just didn't make any sense what I was doing. I started selling stuff on eBay and it was like fun to like round up stuff and whatever. But then there's stuff that like first Bowman Chrome autos, and it's like I was auctioning off like guys that weren't big prospects or whatever.
Okay.
But like, why do that? You know what I mean? Like, even if it doesn't work out. Yeah. So I sold. It was when I first got into group breaking in like 2014. I got the A's and I hit a Matt Chapman green refractor auto. And then I somehow ended up with like a regular auto. I don't know if I bought that one online or I don't know what the deal was. But like, I knew who he was.
Okay.
I auctioned off the regular one and it sold for like $1.50. Like,
what?
A Bowman Chrome auto, you might as well just keep it for that price. It's of a guy that's still in the minors. You know what I mean? Like, if he's like a failed prospect, like not even in baseball, that's fine. And then I can't remember what I sold the green one for. I think I had a green one. Let me double check. I might have it in my spreadsheet. But it's like, why bother? If you're gonna do that, like, why bother? So I get, I sold cards for 40 that are worth 200 now, maybe. Like, that sucks, but I don't think that's a mistake because a bunch of those 40 are worth 0 now. You know what I mean?
Sure. So I've got a Leody Tavares, who's like
his name. He's still a top 100 prospect.
Right. So I've got a first Bowman paper auto of him. It's a sticker auto.
Jeez.
But it is what it is. It's a lame card, but like I would probably send it in to get graded if he ever became something. But like players, like we're talking to Austin Meadows, Yohan Moncada, like who are those other players? Like Ketel Marte or Anthony Rendon, like, or even like a Willy Adames, that like a player that has a potential. Who's the breakout player going to be this year, or is it just going to be more of the same?
No, there'll be a break. There's always a breakout player. The issue now, I guess, is that the young superstars in the game, like, people are like, they're warped. They're like, Luis Robert is he's gonna be, MVP candidate. Wander Franco, he's same thing. Like, this dude is whatever because of Soto and Acuna. Really, like, if they hadn't done what they did, then like, it's just crazy. I play in a couple dynasty baseball leagues, and dude, I'm telling you, like, we have prospects. It's insane. You read all this stuff. All these scouts are like talking about these 5-tool players, generational talents and stuff, and then like they don't even make it to the majors ever. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like,
How does that happen?
Of course, Wander Franco is going to make it to the majors. I'm not talking specifically about him, but like, people, it's crazy the prices of Bowman Chrome autos of guys that haven't made the majors yet, man. Like, if I was looking at buying Luis Robert cards a few years ago,
okay,
and then I just never did, and I'm kicking myself, man. Obviously, like he wasn't killing it, like he got hurt and stuff, but I was still really excited about him. But I would definitely be selling. I'd be slimming down. I would definitely keep some. Again, you buy multiples so you can sell them, but dude, it's just absolutely insane how like the risk people are taking on these guys that are likely, not might, they're likely to become no big deal. Just maybe utility infielders, fourth outfielders.
The last couple rookie classes have had so many studs, like since Aaron Judge.
I know.
It's been the rookie card is back, and it's nuts, man.
So,
it just hasn't slowed down.
Look at this. Look at the screen. Mez had 3 bat down Acuñas. I don't think that's a mistake, Mez. Like, you sold all of them? Do you have any left? I guess if I were you, I would have sold 2 of them.
Hey, Mez, I don't want to talk about. Do you know the amount of Kobe's that I've sold? Like, and it's just a handful, but the amount of like from last year to this year, just where that stuff has happened, and not even having nothing to do with his passing, just like the nature of basketball and what it's become. His finest refractor in a 9 I had, I let it go for 10. I'm not for probably 7 times less what it is right now.
7 times less.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was like what's 4 times 7?
28.
So 4 times 6, so 6 times more.
That's crazy, man. It's nuts. It just seems like the Kobe thing like really accelerated the craziness.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Which is
most of those cards are going to get returned.
Yeah.
That was pointed out to me. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Cards that were selling for $50 one day are now $120, and $20 cards are now $50 and $60. $3 and $4 cards are now $20 cards. It's crazy.
I mean, Mez, you bought 3, 225, 5. So you spent $500 for 3 of them. You spent $500 for 3 of them, and you sold them for $3K. Like, who cares that they doubled since you sold them? Like, it's easy for me to say. Don't get me wrong, but like the fact, Mez, that you sold for such a massive profit, like you locked in, like people get greedy. They want to sell at the absolute top and they want to buy at the absolute bottom. But like you made a ton of money on those 3 cards. I guess maybe in hindsight, even had the prices not gone up, I would have probably kept one of those. But that's a personal choice. Victor Negron, what's up, dude? He wants to know, do you ever have the Chrome Kobe? Bob.
Oh, yeah, that dude stole it from me for sure.
What?
I told this story in like an early video of like something disappointing, the contest like response to something that was like something disappointing in the hobby, or one card that we had that got away. And I set up my cards like in a little showcase at this card shop in the town, like 20 minutes south of my town. And I would go there after school and sort of like, work there until close. And then he would let me sell some of my cards out of the shop. Well, there was like a Beckett, from one Beckett to the next, where that Kobe card, the Topps Chrome rookie, jumped from like $12 to like $60, and or maybe even more drastic. And I knew I had it out for like something cheap. And I went that day and it was gone. And he said that he had sold it for what it was marked for in the case. And that dude like never sold anything without consulting the Beckett. So it was kind of a bummer. My dad was kind of ticked at, so essentially we feel like he stole the card.
Yeah. And that guy's out of business.
He is. Yes, he is out of business.
There's a lot of shadiness in the hobby, man, and that's something that I try not to get too negative, because I've been saying for years like cards are overpriced and all this stuff, and I'm always wrong about everything. But something that I feel like I have a valid concern for is that, sorry, it's gonna make some noise here, is that with crazy prices comes shady people, and that's like, my dad always said, fast money's fast people. Like he worked on like essentially a stock exchange, and he just talked about like all the shady people. Like, not everybody is shady.
Yeah, but
like,
I know they're there.
When you can make a buck so easily, turn into $10 by like doing one little shady thing, like those people that were scamming whatever the other hot thing was are gonna be like, well, I'm gonna go do this now. Like, all these people are suckers. These people are stupid suckers. You know what I mean? And
right.
I'm concerned about, with the prices absolutely going through the roof on all this stuff, that you're just gonna start seeing all kinds of scammers. Like, I got scammed on eBay. I don't know if it's scammed. I talked about this recently. I'm still so pissed about this. I bought the Carter Keyboom Refractor 250 Topps Chrome update from last year. I got it for $17. He's a breakout candidate for me, like not along the same lines as Bellinger or whatever, because he already was good. But Carter Keyboom, everyone has moved past because they're looking at the next class. But he still has huge potential, and he sucked in like 30 games or something last year. That's nothing. Like, Trout sucked in 30 games his first year. So anyway, I was like, oh, I want to get a good Carter Keyboom card, and I got the Chrome Update Refractor out of 250. It's his first card for $17, and the post office messed up, and they didn't deliver it to me, and they left a note, and then my wife was going to go into labor any day, and blah blah blah. The card got sent back to this guy, and I messaged him. And I said, hey, man, I'm not sure what happened, but I'd be willing to pay again for shipping. And he's like, yeah, that's weird. I don't know why that would have happened. And then I let some time go by, and I said, hey, have you sent it? He said, I'll send it out in a day or two here. And then radio silence. Never said anything back to me. And then like time just went by again. I had a newborn, and like all of a sudden I'm like, dude, I need to do something about this. The guy's not answering me. So I call eBay, and the lady's like, you should have called us immediately. And then she's like, don't worry, you'll hear something back about this. It's outside of the window for guaranteed refund, but we're going to take care of this or whatever. And then nothing happened. And then I messaged the guy again, just giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, hey man, I know stuff happens. Right. People are busy. I was like, can you please just refund me my money? You can keep the card. I don't even care. Just give me my money back. He never answered me again. And I was I had a few beers or whatever, and I was talking to my buddy about it like last week, and I started really getting pissed off. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna tell this guy off, because he's at this point he just scammed me out of my money. He didn't set it up to scam me, but it broke his way so that he can easily scam me. Like, he got lucky that it got sent back to him. That obviously wasn't his plan. I don't think. I don't know how you could do that. Is there a way to do that? To send something that like is held for 30 days at the post office? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I went to tell the guy off, and then it was like, you can't message the seller. Like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks, eBay. Thanks a lot. This person, it's proven in the tracking that he got his thing back and didn't refund me. And then eBay did nothing. And now I can't even tell this guy off. It won't even let me talk to him. If you ever see a card being sold by WREX18, do not buy it. He had like 50 feedback or something. No negatives, though. And I didn't even leave the guy negative either. Sucks. I was giving him a chance.
You're too nice, man. You're too nice. I've been telling you this for years.
I'm an idiot, and I'm naive. I should have immediately been like, give me my money or I'm going to murder you and your entire family.
Oh no, that's just silly.
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? How's it going, YouTube?
I sent that to Pepino Man and he didn't respond.
No?
I'm sorry. During my rage, I'm like not even Yankees cards. Jerome, I have not opened anything yet. Only Henry, you got the hoops for 1 cent. You still have it? Oh, you own, so 1 cent.
Hey, what was that question you were asking about earlier? Who was the so and so of baseball?
Who was the Tracy McGrady equivalent of baseball? Because I'm not a basketball guy, so I was asking Bob like who the baseball equivalent was, and he said, "What a stupid question."
No. It's an outside of the box question, that's for sure. I'm fixing to do a hockey card video, so
Hockey cards.
yeah, how you feel about that?
Why not? I like hockey. I somehow had a Daniel Sedin Young Guns card. I had 2. Maybe just 1. I found my box of cards from my childhood, and I had a Sedin rookie card. And I sent it to
Matt Sedin?
No. Daniel Sedin, like the Vancouver Twins.
Okay, I got you.
And I was like, oh, this might be worth something. And I had a giveaway that Up North Collectors was like one of the top 3 places. And I threw it into their package because I just saw Up North and I was like, they're probably hockey fans or whatever. And like I for some time I assumed that they were Canadian because Up North, I mean,
yeah, where is North?
But they opened the package and I had other stuff in there. I had some good stuff in there. And they opened it and you could tell they were like, what the hell is this? I should find that video. When they got to the Sedin thing, they were like, oh, a hockey card. Sedin. Cool. That's cool. Matt says, I won an Alonzo Chrome auto refractor for $75 on a late night steal. The guy gives me a story of how his girlfriend wadded the card up and threw it at him. So, yep. That's the kind of stuff that we're going to start seeing a lot with prices really exploding because it's too easy. And that's such a shame. I'm nervous about scammy stuff happening in our community. Like, I don't have any reason, like, I haven't seen or heard of anything.
Right.
Something happened with Jimmy Guns, but I think that got sorted out. But, like, it makes me nervous. The cards are going up in value so fast that it's just the temptation, man. Somebody buys them off you, and it's like doubles in value. Oh, man, I'm sorry I lost it. You know what I mean?
Well, you heard my Kobe story with that, so it happens, man. You got to be true to like.
Just don't ever sell anything. And don't ever buy anything.
But I can't be there.
That's probably the safest thing. Just never buy or sell anything. only buy retail. Jerome wants me to open his package.
Do it. He's worried that his reaction won't be grand enough. I said your reaction will be whatever it's supposed to be, man. Like it's gonna be fine.
No, I'm not worried. Do I have any Cheez-Its left? I've just never opened anything live before.
We're gonna do this, man. You've built it up too much.
Maybe there was maybe there's gonna be poop in it, like
well, then all the more reason to open it.
I agree.
It's actually this elaborate prank that we're all in on.
He said there's a package at the end that I have to open on camera, and he said, don't worry, it's not a dick pic. And it's like, I never would have thought that it would be, but now I think it might be. Like,
of course he's gonna say it's not.
Take the blue tape off first. There's a lot of cards in here, dude. You didn't have to send me this many cards.
I haven't gone through a hockey box in a while. Oh, I can't.
You're going through a hockey box right now?
Yeah, man.
This is from Yankees cards. I don't know if it's a trade. Like, it's kind of a trade. Like I said, I would send him a card. And then he sent me a lot of cards. This is sweet. Looks like there's some new stuff. There's some old stuff. I don't know what's the best way to do this? I'm going to open up this one. Dude, there's a ton of cards in here, man. You didn't have to send me this many. Okay. Dude, this guy knows how to package. This guy knows how to package up. It's all on the team bags. Sorry. 90 Donruss rookies. Robin Ventura. Wow. So this is like brand new. This is Heritage, McCann, Engel, my boy Yoan Moncada, recently extended for 5 years. Castillo. Dude, I love the 71 design. Every year Heritage comes out.
Yeah, right.
I think I hate the design, and I'm like, dude, it's awesome. Like, I thought 71 was stupid looking. Dude, there's so much stuff in here. This is freaking awesome. Again, Yoan Moncada, extended 5 years for $70 million with a 6-year team option. Sweet. Upper Deck, Frank Thomas. Looks like he's standing at Wrigley Field right there. Good night.
How's the hockey card market?
I don't know, dude. Shiny 95 Leaf Ventura. Most famous for getting his ass kicked by Nolan Ryan. He was my favorite growing up. Probably even more than Frank Thomas for some reason. Upper Deck, Frank from 95. The year after he missed out on the MVP. Home field advantage, Upper Deck. See, this is the era of cards that, like, I vaguely remember, but I was only 9. You know what I mean? So, like, I definitely had stuff like that, but I do have
a 69 Clemente. What's up, Mill City?
Dude.
Is your name Steve? I think your name's Steve.
I have never owned a Topps Finest card with the seal on it. That's awesome. Jason Beret. He was a good. I remember him as a kid. He was good. He had a couple.
Oh, sweet! I got it right.
What?
Mill City Wax. I was trying to remember his name, and I got it right.
Jerome, did you send me like every White Sox card you own, man? You did not have to send me this much stuff. Dylan Cease. Here is a breakout candidate for you. His stuff is like free, and
Should I collect it?
You should buy a few Dylan Cease cards. This is awesome, dude. I love these. Silver pack. These are sweet. I was going to buy this exact card. Michael Kopech. Expect big things from this dude, too. It's out of gallery. These are nice. These are cool. What was the one with the Austin Hayes card? Was that gallery?
It was gallery.
Did you ever see that artist like commented on somebody's video?
Yeah, how about that? You sent that to me. That was I think he sent it to me. Yeah, that was like how what are the chances of that happening that you said, well, at least you didn't draw it, but actually I did. That's crazy.
Kopech. It's crazy, but that's just the stuff that happens, man. Nice.
We should have a segment on our show where we just take turns trying to pronounce hockey players' names, because
it would be like my videos, but I would be serious. This guy wears these red gloves. There's a story behind it, and I should have stopped when I realized I forgot the exact scenario, but it was like something about boxing gloves and his like grandma and he's like honoring her. And they wouldn't let him wear pink gloves. Dude, these are sweet. Turkey red chrome, Eloy. I love how those gloves pop, man. Those red gloves with the Black Sox uni. Another Eloy. I would say he's a breakout candidate, but his prices. Dude, this is sweet, man. I do not own this yet. This is awesome. Thanks, Jerome. I would say that he's gonna be a breakout candidate, but like his stuff is so expensive, even though he hit a bunch of homers last year, but he wasn't very good. Bowman, rookie. I'm like starting a PC with this guy, Moncada.
Who?
He's like the first player I've ever like. I'm like starting to build a PC. Like I'm not gonna try to like collect every card of him. I'm just gonna pick up the ones that I like.
That's reasonable.
I haven't seen this. What is this? This is another rookie, Moncada. It's like Topps Baseball Day. Do you know what that is, Bob? Topps National Baseball Card Day. I've heard of it, but I don't like.
National Baseball Card Day is like the day that there's free packs and stuff.
That's cool. So you can only get this on one day. That's sweet.
Yeah, right. They hand out it's usually like a 40 card set or a 50 card set or something.
This is sweet. Number to 50, the medallion. Dude, this package is so perfectly timed because they just extended this, dude, today for 5 more years, and I'm so amped about it, man.
Extended what?
They extended Moncada for 5 years.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude, they've extended.
That's gotta feel good, man. Like it's gotta feel good to be a Milwaukee fan too, to know they got your guy wrapped up now for a foreseeable future.
Yeah, Milwaukee's kind of like my second team, but yeah, everyone here is really excited. Last on Cam. I don't know what it says underneath there.
Later, Mez.
This is already more than enough, Jerome. It's already more than enough. Oh, wait.
It's already more than enough. Oh, I just found that.
Damn, come on now. Are you serious? Dude. Dude, that is so badass. It's an Eloy Heritage Auto.
Wow.
Oh my God. Dude, that is so awesome, man. That is so sick. Hold on. Let's get the soundboard going. Dude, that is so badass. I wanted to pick up this card in particular and his stuff from last year, and it's all, like I was just saying, it's all so expensive. Like you can't get it because everyone knows that he can go off for 50 homers this year. Dude, this is so badass, man. This is way too much.
Nice stuff, Jerome. It's big time.
Dude. Well, Bob, remember when I said that I wanted to send some stuff in to get graded, but I didn't really have anything good enough?
Yeah.
This is going. This is a slab can.
That was so like 10 minutes ago that you said that, man. Life's different now.
That was like an hour ago. That was before we even streamed. Dude, this is so badass, man. Yeah, we were talking about, I think we talked about that off camera. God, this is awesome, man.
What do I know?
Thanks so much, Jerome. I got to find some stuff to send you besides that one card. That was already like, this was already more than enough for that card I'm going to send you. I'm trying to remember what, he pack pulled that auto. So badass, man. I'm trying to remember what team he PCs. Do you know, Bob?
Who, Jerome?
Yeah, you know what team he PCs? anybody knows what team Yankees cards collects, let me know, and I want to put a little something together.
It's usually, I think it's old players, old timey players.
Dude, that is so badass, man. Oh, I really appreciate that, man. And you were not exaggerating when you said I was gonna piss my pants. I think I tinkled a little.
I hit that McKay rookie auto and that Megan TT Hobbies break. Megan, whatever her name is. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That is badass, dude. I'm grading it. I don't care if there was like a corner lopped off of it. I'm grading it, and it looks freaking perfect.
Good.
I don't see with the black. There's nothing. My camera kind of sucks, but there's no white showing anywhere. This is awesome, man. Back is, yeah. Slob said, "Is that me?" Going, it's actually Eric. Those back pages.
Oh.
Do you make that noise too?
Oh.
We haven't been using the soundboard much tonight, dude. That card.
Yeah, you don't have those chunky riffs yet, man.
That card kind of threw me off. Do you make that noise too?
You could.
Maxa Jackson. Hey, that is. I do not condone that behavior. I'm not showing off the beer I'm drinking. I'm trying to get my camera to focus.
Oh, you're showing.
Why can't you win today, Slob? What else happened? I don't understand why did you not win? Does anyone want to get on here with us?
Yeah, please, man. I got to go to the bathroom. Somebody jump on with this.
What do you mean you've been dealing with stolen cards? Someone stole cards off of you? This is what I'm talking about, man.
Oh, good.
I wish I had a way to like have the card hanging out behind me. When I eventually move home and buy a house and stuff, I'm gonna have a cool like YouTube studio thing set up. Like how Jerome has all those cards behind him. Like I'm just in this like random. I'm appreciative for the room that I have.
We know you are, dude. I'm trying to find this. I have this Sweet Bro Door card or Dominic Hasek card.
So badass, man.
Dominic losses Acuna. Albies don't wanna. Oh, that sucks.
Are you serious? So you think they opened it? I've heard a few people talking about this recently. That
opening Topps Redemptions?
No, like that FedEx has like lost a package. I've heard a few stories of that recently. Maxa Jackson, I have not gotten a T206 card yet. I really need to get one. I feel like I'm being pulled in so many different directions.
I won one in a contest. Otherwise, I would not have one in my collection.
Dude, I want to buy one so bad. I got this book. Jesse was talking about it.
Jesse or Alex?
Well, Jesse and Alex. Alex was the one who brought it to my attention, and then I think I can't remember Jesse if he told Alex about it or if he also had it and commented on it. But dude, I'm just sitting here like flipping through this book, Classic Baseball Cards, The Golden Years. I got this for like $8 used. on Amazon, and it has like all the major sets from the beginning of baseball cards in the 1800s to this book is like absolutely.
Does it do like hand cut stuff too?
There's hand cut stuff like W514, and I just flipped through it. Yeah, Jesse, this book is freaking awesome. I sent you the link, Jerome. But I was looking through these giant full color pages of T206 cards, and I was just looking at one that I want to, like, trying to find one that I want to get. Like, I want to get one where it says Chicago across the chest.
Oh, nice.
You know, like, I also have this weird thing with
I want to go get something real quick that I found.
Yeah, dude. I'll just keep talking. It's weird. I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to you guys, but you can't talk back to me. So I can say whatever I want. I have a weird thing where I want to get the T206 in SGC because it says the year on it. You know what I mean? It'll say like 1909, 1911 or whatever. PSA doesn't do that for the T206 cards for something. Yeah, Jesse, that book, I spent like hours just flipping through it. Like, it's total eye candy, man. It's so awesome.
This is the Baltimore Sun from Thursday, September 7th, 1995, the day after he broke the record.
That's badass. You gotta like get that in some kind of sleeve thing.
Yeah, it's kind of yellowed. It's been a while since I've looked at this.
Patsy Doherty portrait. Which one's that? Oh, I've seen that one. He's a White Sox player, right? I don't know. I don't know what number it is in the set. How much do you know how much that Doherty card costs? I'm trying to get like just to get an intro one. You know what I mean? Do you know how much that costs for like a low grade one? Wait, here we go. So Slob, to go back, he got screwed. FedEx threw a package in my yard and ran over my mailbox. Oh, okay.
Dude, that's not
What the
good.
hell, man?
Is there like lawsuits involved here?
Slob said it wasn't FedEx, it was a guy in a U-Haul delivering packages. How does that happen? How did that happen? That, like, I don't get it. Eddie Seacott is absolutely, like, if I go to the National, I want an Eddie Seacott card. He was one of the most important guys in the Black Sox scandal of 1919. He was the one that like hit the leadoff batter to let people know that the fix was on. He was banned for life, and he was a really good pitcher before that. I would love to get that. I don't think Eddie Seacott is a White Sox player in T206. I'm pretty sure there are some that had. There are some that has him in a White Sox uniform, but they're much more expensive.
Dude, you're just driving the show right now. I should probably not sort cards while I'm doing this. But I swear I had this card, and I'm just trying.
Look who's here. Cheers.
What's up, y'all?
Thanks, man. You said you didn't say what's up, people, though. You said what's up, y'all.
What's up, people?
In your when I entered your contest, I did that at the beginning. I like very subtly. I was just like, "What's up, people?"
Yeah, I actually caught that, but I mean, it's not something I mean to do. I mean, it's just, what's up, people?
Dude, this is seriously awesome, man. You really didn't have to do that. That is freaking badass.
I know, but you already told me that Heritage Judge that I don't have. That son of a bitch card was like, I thought high priced, and there wasn't very many of them out there. So I don't know. I just kept buying other shit, and then I just never picked that one up. And it's one that I actually wanted, and you done told me I was going, you was going to give it to me and all. So I was just, picking up good some cards for you here and there, and I just got lucky and pack pulled it, man. I felt like, hell yeah. I actually made me excited to, hell yeah, I want to send you something fucking nice,
Yeah, dude, I really appreciate it, man. That is so awesome. I love that card.
I knew you would. Like, I don't know, just good things, man. When you do good things for people, good things happen in return. Actually, yesterday, I got this in the mail. This is a 1912 T207 Harry Wolverton.
Dude, that's badass.
Right, and yeah, I mean this. I don't know. He was one of those players that people was like, they didn't save it. Like Ty Cobb or Walter Johnson, Babe Ruth. Oh, you better save that because someday it might be worth something.
Right.
So that's why that shit scarce.
We got some questions for you in the chat. I put it on the screen.
Okay.
You see it?
Oh no, I had to get into a private room because my wife was like, "Oh hell no, you ain't doing that shit."
So we've had a few questions asking if you're taking a shit right now or not.
Well, I can. I mean, I can.
That seems to be the crux of the questions. I hope he's not sorting cards on the shitter, says Slobs.
No.
What else we got? Oh,
so I just come in here, man, to get away from all the dogs playing, cats.
Oh yeah, for sure. Trust me, man. Trust me. Beans Ball Card Blog. He said T207s are hella cool. We were just talking about T206s, and I really want to get into like pre-war stuff because it's just this whole thing that I've never forayed into. But like that's the thing with collecting, man. There's just so many different ways you can go with it. Like there's so many different things you can do.
T222s are the best. They're my personal favorite.
I've never even heard of T222s.
The 1914 Fatima cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yep. Those are the baddest.
I found T222 is apparently some kind of auto part. It's like a mirror for some truck.
T222.
You said it was 1914?
Yep. 1914 Fatima. Yeah, type up a T222 or 222 and then Fatima and all of this shit that come up on eBay.
Yeah, I got it right here. Filmington's here. Hello, Filmington.
What's up, Phil?
He wants to... I'm going to be on Sports Card Investors channel next week. Should I give the dial-in information to Papino Man? Absolutely. Is Papino Man not available or something? Yeah, dude, those are sweet. So, what? It seems like the proportions are weird with that. Like, how big is that card compared to like a T206 card?
You want me to go get them?
No, I mean you don't have to. Just is it like a small card or?
No, it's quite larger. I actually, seriously, I mean, I got my top 10 stack still sitting in a spot, so I know exactly where it is. I'll be gone 5 seconds.
Yeah, go for it, man. I feel like Garth in Wayne's World. I'm having a good time. Not. Stove and Bob, email me. Oh, you don't have to send us a card. We can do a trade or something. I don't understand how Bob disappears. I don't know how Bob disappears, but then he starts commenting. So yeah, we got some vintage people in here. This is cool because we didn't plan on talking about like pre-war stuff, but vintage oddball cards has got a great channel with that stuff. What should I talk about, guys? I picked up this card. Nobody cares, but I picked up this card last week. It's got a pop of 21 with 4 higher. There's only 4 tons of this card, and everyone's sleeping on CC. Everyone thinks I don't know. Everyone thinks he wasn't as dominant as he actually was. It's insane. I was really excited to get that one. Okay. So that's like it seems. Yeah, dude, those are sweet. I need to get a pre-war card. I really need to get a pre-war card.
You can't quit at just one. You got to have more than one. You know. This is Frank Chance, Hall of Famer for the Cubs.
That's sweet.
Love that card.
That's a T222.
222. And of course, y'all know the Wheelie Keeler.
Yeah.
Check this out. Like, we was talking about, I walked into my local card shop this evening. I needed penny sleeves. And he was like, hey man, I just pulled a card and I thought of you instantly. I was like, oh yeah, what is it? And he was like, here you go. I said, how much? He said, yeah, just take it.
Dude, this community is so awesome, man.
Well, this is my local card shop guy, and he.
No, I just mean the card community, just in general.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's so cool that people. I don't know, just the acts of generosity I've seen are just it blows me away. It's really cool. Awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He also had this too.
It's a Diamond King.
Yeah. New 2020 Donners just came out yesterday or today. Yeah, yesterday.
Can you get that at Target, do you know? Or like Walmart or?
I don't know. I don't have a Target near me, but I don't know with Walmart. Usually down where I'm at, when cards come out on Wednesday, my local Walmart, shithole of America, cards is not a big thing. Hell, like 2 weeks later, we might have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. I'd like to catch the fucking ball card guy that comes there and he stocks the shelves. I would like to catch him there sometime. I'd probably whip his ass.
I saw the guy at my Target unloading stuff, and he was really nice. And I don't know, I have a couple Targets near me, and I was at one of them, and the guy's like, he's like, hey man, are you looking for anything in particular, And I was like, I was just looking for some tops, which you have here. He's like, are you looking for anything else? I'm like, I guess, like, why not ask, I was like, how about like Prism basketball? And he literally laughed at me. He's like, oh, dude, that stuff's long gone. I'm like, okay, well, I thought I would ask. I mean, I'm not even a basketball collector, but I know that like everyone collecting cards was like going nuts trying to get the Zions. Alex, that book is freaking awesome, dude. I've spent hours flipping through it. Alex suggested this book, and I didn't realize how like I couldn't tell how big it was in the video. This is classic baseball cards. I got this for $8 used on Amazon, and it is like from the beginning of baseball cards, 1886 and 1956, and it has a picture of all the cards and all the major sets, dude. This thing is freaking awesome. I love this book.
Hey, well, do me a favor, Mark.
Yeah.
Look and see if it has any information on the 1922 W575.
So it generally has the major sets. I don't know much about that. Is that like a big set?
No, Mangini done a video last week, and he called the rarest Walter Johnson card, and PSA, I guess, has only graded one, the Walter Johnson that he has of this set.
What year was it?
22.
So if it's like a rare set, they might not have it. I mean, I'll look.
1922. What?
W575.
Dude, I love this book so much, man.
I got it right here. I got it.
Well, Mangini did a video, and he was showing it, and it says, like a real rare set. Most people probably won't ever get to see one, or PSA has only ever graded one of the Walter Johnsons, and they put it up on the website as like when you first click on, because that set is so rare, and Walter Johnson and everything. And then I was like, well, shit, I got fucking two of them. And PSA's only graded 4 of my Joe Bush, and they've never graded the other one that I got, Urban Shocker.
Yeah, I see an E120, 1922 E120.
There's a 121 also.
Dude, I think a lot of people
1922 5 W575-1 and -2 I have.
Yeah.
I don't see Walter Johnson. I see a Ty Cobb.
Maxa Jackson said he is feeling burned out. I feel you, man.
From the hobby or
that's cool, man. Dude, those pictures. That's a cool action shot from that time.
Now here's the main one. Check out that label.
Urban Shocker. That's the.
Yeah, PSA's never graded one.
Dude, that's cool, man.
I'm thinking about having it crossed over.
You said they wouldn't grade your other one?
No, no, they've never graded. In the population report, they've never graded one of these. Like the Mangini had Walter Johnson. When you look it up, it says population 1, and he's got it. It's according to how many they've graded.
Right.
They graded 4 of these. This is Bullet Joe Bush.
That's a cool action shot.
Urban Shocker was a real. He didn't make very many cards, and this is the only one that I've come across of his. And he was a good pitcher too, though. But he didn't play for the Yankees all that long. But it was like 1917 to 19, and then he come back in like 23 or 25 or some shit, and only played 2 years. So.
And his last name is Shocker.
Yeah, dude. Urban Shocker sounds like a sex move or something.
All right. Okay, you found it. What did you find? What was you finding on there, Bob?
What?
You find like information? I don't know where the fuck it come from, what it came out of.
Oh, it's okay, yeah.
Yeah, I want to know.
There's not much on the rarity of it, but Is it the -1 or the -2, Jerome?
Well, both. The Shocker is a Shocker's a -1, and the Bullet Joe Bush is -2.
So -2 is it says a blank back, black and white cards that measure. They measure what they measure. Because of the design of the cards, the set is sometimes called the Autograph of Shoulder series. Some cards have players' positions position and teams added to the name inscription. Cards
Right.
they were produced by it's a place called KROMOGRAVUE, Chromogravure Photo Company in Detroit, Michigan.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the Joe Bush. He has his name, and it says Yanks on it. And if you look real hard, he's actually wearing a Boston uniform.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then the shocker, did you notice it says Cardinals, St. Louis at the bottom?
Okay.
But he's in a Yankee uniform.
Huh.
And I guess they used a photo that was taken from like 1917 or 18, like that, and a something.
So do you count that as a Yankee card because he's in a Yankee uniform?
It's the only fucking urban soccer that I've ever seen. And he is wearing pinstripes, so
That counts.
hell yeah, I'm counting
I mean, not to be, I don't know how picky you are, you know.
Yeah, I'm picky. I won't like a 69 Reggie Jackson rookie. He's in an athletics uniform. I can't put that on my shelf.
That's funny. I mean, you know what you like.
Right. Well, I mean, you know, if I was worried about value, I would do shit like that. You know, I would go after like their rookie cards or their most expensive cards. But everybody, they got to be in pinstripes, man. Everybody.
Dude, these are great. Maxa said, if you want to laugh, look up the 1916-20 W uncut strip cards. These are hilarious. These are like the goofy cards of pre-war. I guess.
Who said that? I love them fucking things. I got like 9 of them.
Yeah, dude, these are sweet. It was Maxa Jackson.
I mean, I understand why people don't like stuff like that, but I do.
Here's a Babe Ruth card.
Well, I don't know. Okay.
Bad.
Yeah, that might be a little too cheesy, but you know, I thought he was talking about the regular ones that are all cartoony like, but
Dude, I think it's pretty.
I don't think that corny.
Bob,
I love Max's collection. He's got good stuff.
Yeah. Bob, do you remember? Do you remember those goofy cards we were looking at recently? That was like non-sports people. What was that called?
Goofy cards of non-sports people?
Remember it was like Queen Elizabeth and stuff? And they were really funny looking. You don't remember this?
Is that the Goodwood Champion stuff?
I got Allen Ginter, one of the world smokers cards from, I think, 1888.
It's a what, though?
Dude, those Allen and Ginters were sweet.
It's a real Allen Ginter?
Yeah.
Where's the...
That's crazy.
I want to get the Allen and Ginter Comiskey card.
How do you feel about Allen and Ginter Chrome coming out?
Is that really happening?
Where's your Allen Ginter card at?
That's what the Oracle said.
That seems wrong. Like, it seems like... Is there like... Is there a party going on?
When isn't there a party going on?
There's a party going on in here. Were some of them not big heads? It seemed like they all had giant heads. We need to get some vintage people in here too.
All right. It's in my son's box.
Now I'm trying to look at eBay. This is not good. I don't need to be on eBay right now.
Shit, I live on
Walk us
eBay.
through a Stove Sports purchase.
Yeah.
What happened?
All right.
Oh yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's badass, man.
It's like a 40.
Now, was he a Yankee?
Pull it back so Bob can see him smoking more.
Oh, sweet. That's
It
nice.
highlighted. It was a set that highlighted how people smoke tobacco all over the world.
Dude, that's awesome.
It is. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Help people out to give cigarettes away at trick or treat to all the kids,
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, there's the back. There's a stamp on the back. I don't know exactly what year this is from. Max probably know.
Is there a market for those kind of cards?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's
I mean, kind of so people can say they have one, they own one.
Right. Okay, this is the Hindu. I don't remember which one it was, but dude, that's a weed pipe that guy's smoking on. Okay, and one of the other ones, the other one I was wanting to buy, this guy, it was a hookah. I mean, he's toking on a hookah, and like it's a Russian lady. She's smoking a cigarette. An American sailor. He's got a corncob pipe. I mean, there's all kinds of different, just way different people smoke tobacco across the world in the late 1800s.
The wacky tobacco set.
Well, yeah, that's a little bit before their time, but
Alex, have you ever had Elijah Craig small batch?
I have.
I'm also interested if you guys have, but I talked to him about whiskey a little bit at the National. You have, Bob?
Well, a guy at work has been slowly introducing me to some bourbons.
Dude, this is small batch. This is my favorite, and it's not expensive. It's so
we were
good.
Drinking some Blanton's.
Blanton's, yeah.
that surely can't taste good.
What can't taste good?
That.
This?
Yeah. Well, but I don't know, man. People that say, "Ooh, beer tastes good," no, man. I don't know. That's just awful. I can't stand taste of it.
So you don't like beer or liquor?
Nope. Now I can do like vodka and Kool-Aid. That's pretty good, but it's got to be mixed. It's got to be mixed light for my sissy ass.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm a cheap date.
He wants me to give a live critique. It tastes good. I don't know. It's like oaky kind of, and it's warm, but it doesn't have it's not harsh. I've never described a bourbon in my life before. Okay,
You're no Filmington. I'll give you that.
no, I'm no Filmington. It's absolutely delicious, and it is by far. It's striking how good it tastes for the price that it is. You can get a bottle of it under $30. Now let's see what this official review said. On the nose, you got vanilla, caramel, nut, and oak. So I was right. I said it was oaky. Sweet and light at first, these flavors slightly intensify with time in a glass. Okay. Cinnamon and oak aftertaste does a good job lingering long after the sip. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Amount of flavors on the thin side with healthy amounts of oak and vanilla dominating. It's good, man. Just get it. Wood tastes good. I don't know. Yeah, we do have vintage people for sure. I was saying earlier we need vintage people. I mean, like a regular kind of thing. What were we talking about earlier, Bob? Before we went live,
Like worrying about when is selling too early, holding on to something forever, like missing the window, the market sort of just get out of control.
yeah.
I don't know. It's like volatile times, I feel like, but at the same time, it's like never been better. But how long
Right.
can we keep saying
Right.
the hobby's never been better?
I'm concerned at how like low end stuff has exploded in price, where it starts to like not make sense that something is worth so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people
Well,
are getting priced out of low end stuff, and that to me that feels like it's like the rubber band has gone too far and it's gonna snap back. It's not gonna snap and fall apart, but it's like it has to come back at some point.
yeah.
I don't know.
All that would take would be like a recession, something like that.
I don't know. I remember talking to Phil at the National very briefly. I like ran into him and
Phil's Pools?
Yeah, Phil's Pulse. But he was having that get together or whatever, but I had to leave. But I saw him and I was chatting with him for a few minutes, and we were talking about like how insane modern card prices were then, and that was last summer. And he was saying that some people he knows believe that baseball cards and sports cards in general are kind of insulated from the economy as a whole. They're like an alternative asset. Like if the economy slows down, then stock prices goes down, real estate prices goes down and all that. But this is like completely separate from that. I don't think I agree with that. I think that if you're having trouble paying your rent and you have a card that's like, you know, this card's worth $75 and you can't pay rent, what's going to go first? You know what I mean? It's going to be the piece of cardboard that you're going to start wondering if it's really worth that much to you when you can just turn that into cash. You know what I mean?
Well, certain circumstances, absolutely. I don't know. Like I have two of those Soto pink refractor rookies in tens. So I'll sell one. That's sort of like a no-brainer. But I have his base rookie in 10.
Dude,
like, isn't that good enough? Like, shouldn't I just keep the rookie and sell both the pink refractor now?
I think it's all just what the type of collecting you do. You know what I mean? Like your preference. Yeah. Like, it seems to me like the no-brainer just hit me. The no-brainer here is to sell a pink and buy the Austin Meadows black.
Do you sell Gleyber Torres? Yeah, that's a good call, man.
Dude, just sell one of those and buy that. What do you say?
Yeah, do you sell Gleyber Torres or do you hold him right now? Is that card good? Is that chrome autograph for 10 going to be a $500?
I would hold on to Gleyber, man.
Yeah.
I would hold on to Gleyber.
Yeah.
I would hold on to Gleyber because the Yankees, like, even with the injuries and stuff, if they win the World Series or something and he's a big part of it, that.
Well, like the way I feel about it, like my wife bought me one pack. They had one pack of Bowman Chrome last year at Walmart, and I told her not to get it. It wasn't gonna be shit in there, and she was like, "Well, I'm fucking buying it anyway."
Were you guys like arguing by the cash register?
Oh no. Well, yeah, I'm not really arguing, but I tell her not to buy cards or a blaster box, and I'm doing it anyway, you know. But it had a Vander Franco Bowman Chrome Blue, non-autograph, numbered to 150, and it was a great looking card, and I instantly put it on eBay, 24-hour auction. It sold for $115.
Yeah.
To me, I don't care if the price goes up or, good that I sold it as I did if the price goes down. But I don't know. I think that in this hobby, you find a lot of people that are too greedy, just like that Eloy card. Man, I could have put that on eBay and sold it, $50, $60, whatever, I don't know. It just made me feel good because you already told me a card that I really wanted, man. So I don't give a shit about value and stuff like that and holding on to cards. But Gleyber, that's a definite hold on to because that guy's going to go down in history as like better than Jeter. He's
Wow,
1%.
holy shit.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Glaber. Yes, you heard it now. 20 fucking years from now, y'all say, wow, that was right.
Wow. As a Yankees
I mean,
fan, too.
Well, yeah, and I mean, people want to say this or say that. Now, I like Aaron Judge. I just like his humbleness.
You should
and
collect
I mean,
them.
you know, right. But when it comes down to it, who's a better ball player, Glaber or Aaron Judge? I mean, an idiot would not say Glaber.
Chicks dig the long ball, dude. Chicks dig the long ball. So Slob Slob has a comment here. Why is it greedy to keep the cards you buy? I don't think that's what anyone was saying at all.
No. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people, they wouldn't give away give you a $5 or $10 card is fine, but man, if I pull a $75 card, I'm just saying there's a lot of people that are greedy in general. It's not just in this hobby, but it's just in general. Period. You know.
I think the distinction, Slob, is that if you want to sell something,
right,
but you hold on to it thinking, oh, it's going to go up in value. Not like, oh, this is a really cool card, I want to keep it. Of course, that's not greedy. It's the people that want to sell it, but they're like too greedy to ever actually take a price because they're afraid. They're afraid that it's going to go up in value. Mez Rookie Monster, he sold three Acuna bat downs last month for $1,000 each, and he bought them. What did he say he bought them for? Is that $175?
All three for $500 or something.
Yeah, he bought them for $175. So I mean, that's like $2,500 in profit, and he's kicking himself because those three cards are now worth $6,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. Like at the end of the day, you got to remember what we're doing here. And
I think he bought three for $500, sold them for $2,000. And
$3,000.
Huh?
He sold them for $1,000 each.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Here, I'll find it.
I missed that.
I mean, I don't really care what people do. They
10?
Money.
I don't think they were.
I don't know, man. I have one, and it's like, that's a card, like, if he's like one of the greatest ever, that ends up being like the Mike Trout card, right?
Well, it's more than the Mike Trout card because it's a rare version.
Is it rare though?
Well, it's a lot rarer than his base rookie card.
Yeah.
So, Max Jackson, he said he is thinking of selling all of his modern. That's interesting. Is it just because the prices are just like going insane?
It's a seller's market, man. Like if you've got a sought after card, especially in high grade, I mean, and it's basketball.
Yeah. I understand people selling, buying cards and selling. Well, like at Vander Franco. I didn't know anybody to give it to.
Yeah. That Franco's an interesting case too. Like it's absolutely nuts. We were talking about him earlier. It's absolutely nuts how, yeah, he has a ton of potential, but like, man, he really could end up like, you know what? This is a huge bust. This is something I want to do here. Well, hold on, let me look it up first. Why don't we look up the 2011 top 100 prospect list?
Well, go 2009.
You want 2009?
Who you want to look at? Right?
What?
Go ahead.
Are you okay, Bob?
Yeah.
You're like,
I thought his rookie year was 2009. Like his
I'm not talking about Trout. I'm not talking about Trout. I'm just saying how the top prospects, something's going on behind you, Trump.
Yeah, this is Goon.
That's awesome.
That is pretty
Yeah,
good.
dude, we love our kitties around here, and he's just an ornery little shithead.
Goon.
Goon.
All right, here we go, guys. 2009 top 100 prospects. Hold on. Number 1, Matt Wieters. Number 2, David Price. Number 3, Baumgartner, Pedro Alvarez, Travis Snyder, Neftali Feliz, Rick Porcello, Colby Rasmus, Buster Posey, Jason Hayward. Okay, so there we go. So on the top 10 of these, how many?
Alvarez?
What'd you say?
Pedro Alvarez is on that list?
He's number 4.
Oh, that's terrible.
So on the top 10, how many of these would you say match their hype?
Baumgartner. Who's number 2?
David Price. David Price did.
Yeah, for sure.
David
Matt
Price is
Wieters,
still
no.
good. Matt Wieters, no, definitely not. I mean, he did have a solid career, but
I can't read it, but
yeah.
without being like
Here you go.
there you go.
So, so let's pretend like the card market, the way it exists today, existed back then. So like Matt Wieters would be, I mean, a catcher for the Orioles, he probably wouldn't have the hype that Franco had. Pitchers probably don't really have the hype. So the first 2 would be Pedro Alvarez and Travis Snyder.
Travis Snyder once struck out Joey Votto.
Really? That's fine.
Yeah.
So these guys,
Dude,
they're bombing.
all 3 of those people have been Pirates. Neftali Feliz has been a Pirate too. Pedro Alvarez, Travis Snyder, and Neftali Feliz have all been Pirates.
So I feel like in order, like let's say you're investing in these cards in 2009, the only one that potentially would have worked out for you, in my opinion, would be Buster Posey. Of course, Baumgartner and Price had good careers, but there's not much like hobby love for them. You know what I mean?
Now, if you if you were on Bumgarner and you dumped him at the height of like their World Series run,
sure,
then that probably would have been, you could have banged.
Sure, that's what I'm saying.
But like you're not holding on to them until a Hall of Fame announcement, because
right. I mean, I'm not saying you should just automatically sell cards, but you need to consider the fact that Wander Franco in 4 years he might be a 4th outfielder on like the Texas Rangers or something. And that's nothing against the Rangers. I'm just saying that like they might these guys, like so many of them don't make it. And honestly, like this is probably better than average list because Matt Wieters, he played in the majors and was not bad. Like we'll look at different years, but I mean, all of these guys had MLB careers. You'd be shocked, man. Like,
dude, Neil Walker's still playing. He's on the Phillies now.
Tommy Hansen died. I mean, that's nothing. Whatever. Mike Stanton was really low.
Dude, Tommy Hansen died.
Just saying, like, look at these names. Andrew McCutchen, 25. That's crazy. Just full of sadness. Carlos Santana's still good.
What year is that?
This is 09. I'm not even looking at the comments. I need to look at the comments here.
Eric Hollins on the Pirates this year.
We got all kinds of people here. Phil's back again. Mike, baseball collector, what's up, Mike? Mike's here, and he wants to know if Jerome is in the shower.
No, I could get in the shower. I had to go somewhere private. The wife was not going to let me do this shit in the living room, and man, my dogs hear something, they'll start barking, and it's chaos.
Yeah,
hear my kids screaming at the TV, playing, games.
Mike,
Yeah.
baseball collector, do you got the auction hangover blues right now?
He's
always-
got some.
Max.
It's
Later,
always. See you, Max. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Dude, it's so hard to keep up with the freaking chat. Slob is gonna stop talking. Why are you gonna stop talking, Slob?
Max.
Dude, Slob's funny too, man. I like old Slob.
Oh, slob.
Baseball
Hey,
said I do. How did that auction go? I kind of, this is actually something I wanted to talk to you about, Bob. Why you can just keep chatting, dude. We're just hanging out. Get on, Slob, get on the live stream. Come on. You got a webcam, right?
Yeah, jump
Join
in
us.
here, Slob.
Jump in here, Slob.
Dude, he opened the boxes of tier 1, and he was, oh no way! And dude, he repeated it a couple times, and I mean, dude, he had me laughing my ass off because he was like, I don't know, just reminded me of Spicoli from I don't even know.
At Ridgemont High.
Yeah, and he's like, no way! It was fucking hilarious, you know. I don't know. I can get stupid at times, but I can't like pretend I have no imagination.
Yeah. I get it. I was thinking, speaking of Slob doesn't want to get on because he hasn't done a face reveal.
Well, tell him don't show his face. You could actually put him on there where we just hear him.
Yeah, I mean, Slob, you don't have to show your face. All right. So I'm gonna set up this clip. This is the newest clip. We haven't been using the soundboard, which is ballsy because it's like the only successful thing from this me and Bob's little endeavor here is doing the soundboard. But so this was from Ray from Philly's first PSA return, or one of them, and he's talking about the 89 Upper Deck Griffey rookie card. I cut out the time between each statement, but this is him talking about one card. It's all just one card.
Stream of consciousness.
This is one stream of consciousness about one card.
I think this has a shot at a 10. I gave it a 9. Won't be surprised if it's an 8, a 7. They really pissed me off.
Oh
Pretty
man,
good, right?
yeah. I think it's got a shot at a 10. It's probably a 9. It might be an 8. Oh, it's a 7.
They really. Yeah.
They really pissed me off.
One more time.
I think this has a shot at a 10. I gave it a 9. Won't be surprised if it's an 8, a 7. They really pissed me off.
And then my other favorite clip is we were watching early videos of like YouTube stars, and we were watching Papino Man's earliest videos. And we came across this gem. This is Papino Man. I played this to people before, and I said, guess who this is? And no one knew. But I'm just going to tell you, this is Papino Man. It's so awkward that it's painful.
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? How's it going, YouTube? Hey, how's it going, YouTube? How's it going, YouTube?
And he's heard this, and he doesn't even know what to say about it.
Well, I sent a couple clips to him, including that one, and he responded to another one. Like he didn't even comment on it. But like,
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? How's it going, YouTube?
I was supposed to get the little peepee one. We got one we haven't used too much. Are you writing down these? Because you have so many good ideas for clips to get, Bob, and I just keep forgetting to get them.
Oh yeah, I got him.
Okay. Where's Phil's? He's here.
Seems like a pretty good deal to me. Seems like a pretty good deal to me.
Yeah.
I want to know how many downloads. Oh my god, that scares me every time, dude. I want to know how many downvotes the Stokes family video got when we went after Jabs.
Not too many, did it?
It was originally going to be on my channel, but it wasn't my idea. So it's like, why would I host this and get all the?
All right.
I don't think Phil can do a video like that anymore. Could he? He's like too big now.
Oh no, he could do it.
He's too big to meme. Like,
the only thing, it would hurt his brand image, right?
well, that's what I mean. He almost needs like a Phil's memes page or something. Like he should call it like Phil's.
He needs like a troll account.
He should call it Phil's Yanks. Mike is just in here, just like yelling "Free Bird" in the back. Now he wants. Mike, are you drinking Miller Lite again? I'm noticing these spelling errors. You spelled the wrong.
Ask Mike, baseball collector, if he's seen your card.
I don't think.
Don't show it to him. Don't show it to him unless you've seen it.
I don't think he was here.
Yeah.
And then I could play like my favorite, one of my new favorite clips that I got of those back pages.
How's it going, YouTube?
How's it going? So Jerome sent me this card.
Oh,
It's a badass card. That's the 2020 Heritage Rookie Cup Eloy Auto. It's freaking sweet, man. Let me see.
Mike sent me a real badass card, numbered to 10, Brett Gardner, and I sent it to him last year at spring training. And I told him, I'd love him to autograph it because that card was, it was awesome. It really needed an autograph. I said, but, worst case Ontario, at least send the damn thing back if you don't auto it, But he autoed it. And sent it
that's
back,
awesome.
yeah.
Dude, I love Brett Gardner. He's had a great career, man.
Dude, I'm so hungry right now.
Did you just drop a Trailer Park Boys reference, by the way? You said worst case Ontario. Is that like a common saying?
Man, it's water under the fridge. Next subject.
Dude, I drop Rickyisms all the time.
Oh, dude.
Getting two birds stoned at once.
Hell yeah. And people kind of look at you like you're stupid, but nobody corrects me. I said it last year, the Topps 85-401 at Nationals. And we were talking about cards, and I said, it's all about the supply and the command. And he went, and, just, all right, like, okay, Jerome's fucking stupid here. I'll just let it go. Instead of pointing it out. So
dude,
it's funny to do, man.
I live for those moments, man. Like at work, I always like do these things where people, the beauty of always saying stuff like that is when I say something stupid, somebody's like, haha, good one. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's totally joking. Yeah. Like, and then it's like, I wasn't joking at all. I was serious, but I'm glad that nobody ever takes me seriously.
Dude, Jerome, you totally had me, man. Because seriously, I've heard you say something like that at least more than once, and I totally did not correct you. And I just was like, all right. I mean, that's how he rolls,
I mean, yeah. I don't know. People don't think I'm as smart as I actually am, but I don't care. Yeah.
But is that all Trailer Park Boys? Because like I've seen like the first couple seasons of that, but it's been so long, man.
Yeah,
but
dude, that's Ricky, man.
I know Bubbles. Yeah. I know Julian. Like I know the squads.
Yeah, that's all Rickyisms, man. And he, I
dropped that jalapenos peppers.
Oh yeah, jalapeno chips.
Yeah, I know how to pronounce jalapeno. I asked for jalapenos.
Right.
Mike asked a while ago. He probably left by now because I didn't listen to him immediately. But he wants to hear the Snoop clips. The Snoop clips are a fan favorite.
Hey, is he a fisherman?
Yeah.
I don't think so. If he was a fisherman, then he would have.
He should have equipment, like a substantial equipment.
I got a $30,000 bass boat sitting out in my driveway.
Well, that answers that question. I think he is indeed a fisherman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how does he feel about audio quality?
Your audio quality sucks. Straight up, your audio sucks.
R.I.P. Mr. Leahy. I saw the Trailer Park Boys live in Milwaukee. Like, I think it was like a month before Leahy died, and I went to the show and I was with my wife, and it was like a weird environment. And the people around me were the people you'd expect. It was like pretty sloppy. It was, like my wife didn't really watch the show, but I was dying laughing. And Leahy was incredible in person. Like they were doing something and he like falls down and doesn't get back up. And they're like, oh, he passed out. And then all of a sudden this like stain forms in his pants and they're like, oh, he just pissed himself or whatever. And he laid motionless on stage for like 45 minutes. Like he probably actually pissed himself. He probably like pissed himself as part of the show. And he laid there for 45 minutes. And then he died.
Would say he did. I would say he did because that guy is like, I mean, he's a good actor, and he's like fucking committed to the role.
He's a method actor.
He didn't actually die of cirrhosis, did he, Phil? Because I remember they never got into it. That would take away from the funniness, but I don't think that's true. I don't think that's what happened. Because he didn't actually drink that much.
I don't watch the news, so I don't fucking know nothing.
I just imitated Leahy to my daughter today. Actually, I was throwing like these gummy bears or these fruit snacks like in the air, and I was catching them, and she was laughing. And then I did a wraparound. Do you remember that? There's a thing Leahy does with this little bottle, and he's like, "Check it out, it's a wraparound." And he goes like this, and it's just like pouring everywhere. And
he misses his mouth.
Yeah.
And then throws a bottle at Randy. Says, look what you made me do.
You're embarrassing yourself, boy. Look, Randy, I'm mowing the air. Randy. Oh, man.
I always liked it when he talked to Sexy and
that's all from you just saying worst case Ontario.
Yeah, right. We just got 12 minutes of live footage.
What are you up to there, Bob? Looks like you're up to cards.
I'm cleaning a chrome surface of his Vince Carter 98 Topps Chrome Vince Carter to see if it's worth sending it. It's centered nicely.
What is it? Let's see it.
98 Topps Chrome Vince Carter. It's just a sweet card.
Throw that away.
Wow.
I'm just saying, dude, basketball, have you seen the basketball markets? Like, I'll grade this, and if it gets a 10, then I can flip that for...
Is it all like Asia pouring into the market?
That's what I hear. I'm not tapped in myself to ask Phil. He knows.
You can ask Phil too,
Are you serious? Like 90s basketball stuff is... I had a... down here at the local gas station, this woman just come out, and I was talking to somebody about when we said baseball cards, and he asked me if I still collect, and I was like, oh yeah, man, I'm like, it's even worse now than, it's worse than crack, because I didn't like doing that more than once, but I love ball cards. But this woman was like, hell, you can have my son's whole collection. I was like, really? I was thinking it was one of those 1980s 87 top to 90 Donners shit, and she was like, oh yeah, all late 90s basketball, football, and baseball. And it was a huge box, and there's all kinds of crazy shit in it. All kinds of Shaq rookies, and I don't know.
That's right when I got into it.
I was talking about Black Sox earlier. Alex wants to know if you're using Pledge to clean the surface of that Vince Carter card.
I'm just dry ragging it.
And Filmington, I don't know what the context, what he's talking about. He said, yes, Asia.
Asia is driving up the NBA.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, what was his was the question? What was his favorite band?
I should have put that up like 10 minutes from now. And it'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. I want to do a $0 auction on a live stream someday. I'm trying to like thin out my collection. Me and Bob were talking about this.
Yeah.
And it's not gonna be like worthless cards, you know what I mean? But they'll literally be worthless. And it'll just be whoever says it first, and it'll be flat shipping or whatever. And if anybody wants anything, then it's like, you got it. You know what I mean? Like $0 card. Like this Francis Marte Bowman Chrome Auto just got suspended. $0. You know what I mean? Talking about like not being greedy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pay for shipping and fuck it, it's yours, man. I have thought about doing that because that's the whole reason I'm going for one good card of every Yankee player, because my buddy has. I mean, dude, we're talking under the beds, the closets, the hallway closet. Just everywhere. Hell, there's cards at his mom and dad's house. I was like, dude, how many you got? He said, I don't know, 250,000 to, I don't know, 500,000. He's like, I ain't even fucking know. But
that's crazy.
I think he took a count. Yeah, and it's like, how many 5,000 count card boxes you got? He said, I don't know, fucking 50 or something. And I was like,
that's crazy, man. See,
yeah,
like, I don't have like a ton. Like I have one like monster box of commons, and then other boxes, but that's stuff I actually want. But like I just have like a stack of like autographs of like that I don't want. You know what I mean? Like they're not like valuable or whatever. Like these are guys that I was high on because of my dynasty baseball league years ago, like Forrest Wall, like this is a pretty solid second base prospect. And going back to the discussion about how few players actually make it, like he was never like a monster prospect, but he was like a I think he was like a college bat, maybe. He was a first round pick, 35th overall. He was drafted in 2013 and or 2014. And like, have you guys ever heard of him? First round pick, Forrest Wall.
No.
Never.
How about this guy? How about Tyler Kolek, pitcher for the Marlins? Ever heard of him? He was the second overall pick in 2014. Tyler Kolek. Never heard of him, right?
Of which draft?
2014.
Yeah, was that guy a high dollar card at one time? Do you know that?
It was. I'm sure it was not cheap because he was the second overall pick. But this is back when I first got into the hobby, when prospect cards were nothing like they are now. I just thought they were cool back then.
I don't know what Jesus Montero. I don't know what he drafted at. But I remember in 2011, 2010, I just got back into collecting, and I was going for my one good card, and it was like I really wanted a Jesus Montero because he was supposed to be so awesome, but I was like, I ain't paying that money for him, and I would buy me something vintage. I bought mostly vintage up until, I don't know, 2012 maybe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but here, after being inspired by everybody on YouTube, I feel that, and I've always felt that way. If I'll pay that for the card, I'll buy it. I don't care if it goes up, down, or whatever. I will be the highest bidder if I want that fucking card.
Right. Yeah. YouTube is dangerous, man. YouTube is dangerous for your wallet, where it's just like, it's hard. Well, what's up, Kurt? What's up?
I mean, a lot of people has inspired me to go after certain things, like Maiko. Wow. I mean, just after seeing so many of his Allen and Ginter autographs, I fucking had to have a couple, so. Dude,
Maiko is very influential. he got me to start my like master White Sox Tops run, and it's something that's going to take me a long time. But like I've been picking up team sets from different years, and like the Allen and Ginter, that like bold auto on the white card, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've got different things from different people, like nice Hall of Fame autographs, baseball collector. I mean, the way he has all these different Hall of Famer autographs. It's like, all right, I mean, just I've gotten a lot of different stuff from a lot of different people, and one of ones, and I at least had to have at least one printing plate to my collection. So, I don't really care for those a whole lot, but I fucking had to have one.
The black printing plates are the best, I think.
I hit a printing plate in a group break. I talked about this on a recent live stream. I hit a printing plate.
Dude.
Yeah, printing plate from who were those guys? Those Yankee card breakers, or like the New York dudes.
Bill's Pool?
No. It's like the group breakers. They're like, it's a bunch of dudes like in New York. They like wear black. What are they? Platinum. It's platinum card breaks. Anyway, I honestly don't think they scammed me on purpose because it wasn't a big prospect, but I had a printing plate and they never sent it to me. And they sent me a bunch of other cards and I was like, where's this card? And they're like, how come you don't buy from us anymore? I was like, where's the card? And they're like, oh, I'll take a look. And never heard anything. I still remember who it was. It was Max Pentecost, who was a catching prospect for the Blue Jays, but he was like kind of like a high pick. So I was
you
pissed.
missed out on him. He ended up crushing it.
Yeah, Max Pentecost. Let's see if he's playing in Japan now.
My the only printing plate I have for my collection, I think it's a 96 Pacific. It's either 96 or 97.
Yeah, I mean they're cool.
Yeah,
it's not like a true one of one. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
I don't know, but on the back, it's just plain. It's blank. No,
I mean it is a one of one. It is a one of one. Like there's only one of it, but it's like people the collecting community doesn't consider it. Max Pentecost is out of baseball.
Dang.
Didn't work out
on
for
that
him.
note, I got to go to bed. I got to go eat first, and then I got to go to bed. I got to tap out right now.
See ya. We need a co-host. We need a third co-host. Frankie Montas. Oh man.
Victor Curtis Hendricks, get in there.
Yeah. Kurt, join us. Jesse was gonna join us at some point, I remember. And then we didn't go live a few weeks ago. You talked about it. Hop on in, Jesse. The water's fine. Everyone's welcome here. See you, Bob. My camera's all out of focus because of a card. I probably can't go too much later anyway.
No, see, I dig all the cards. Even those players you never heard of. Those are some of the easier stuff to find. So, but you're still gonna pay a little bit for it. So, hell, I paid almost like $45 for a Jesse Hoover one of one from Bowman Chrome, and other people wouldn't do that, but hell, I thought it was a cool card. So,
I mean, for $40, if it's a cool card, whatever.
Yep.
I don't know. That's the thing. If you see something cool, who cares? Like what it's gonna, what the investability is, just buy it. You know what I mean? If you can afford it. Frankie Montas was formerly Francelis Montas. He's a pitcher for the A's. I think he's going to be good too. He's a big strikeout guy. They're just talking about in the chat. The Sox sent him, I believe he's part of the Samardzija deal. The White Sox sent him. And I had him in my Dynasty Baseball League, and I sold him for nothing. I traded him, and now he's like this huge free agent. And everyone's fighting over him. It's like, man, I don't think there's much. It's Frankie Montas. He's a pitcher for the A's. I don't think pitchers. I don't know. As far as pitchers to like buy in on for baseball cards, I don't think it's really worth it. But if you play fantasy baseball, you don't have a quiet spot, Jesse? Come on, look what Jerome's doing. He found a quiet spot. We need a third stooge. We need another co-host in here. I'm trying to let people know that like everyone's invited, man. This isn't something, it's like invite only. Like I want people to hop on here, and even if you pop in just for a few minutes, say hey, pop out, whatever.
Right. I mean, hell, I love your show. I mean, you're cool as shit. You make me laugh all the damn time. Just like the other night, you had that stream going on. Said, well, you're going to go live, and I know that was a fucking joke. Yeah, I wonder how many people was going to go tune in, and you wasn't even going live.
Yeah, I don't know. I like goofing around. I think I always goof around about everything, but specifically with baseball cards, like I think some people take it way too seriously, and it's like, dude, come on, this like there's so many funny things we do, and I do this stuff too. AJ Puck, fantasy wise, we're how do you get on? So Kurt, if all I have to do is send you a link, and if you have a webcam, it does it all for you. It's called StreamYard.com. You just click it, and then Jerome, it's super easy, right? You just click on it, and it's just, here you go.
Right. I had a second thing come up that said open with Chrome, and I hit that button, and I was on. No, I mean, like I got so many. I'm so behind on videos and mail days, and then my contest. I was supposed to do the drawing like 2 weeks ago, and shit, I've been running all day, man. I mean, I literally just got home. Fucking 8 o'clock.
Really, man.
Yeah, I don't feel. It didn't feel like doing a video because I got to straighten up, kind of, but at the same time. But yeah, I'll get on and fucking talk to you. You're awesome, man. Plus, I was dying to see you open that fucking card. I was excited to get to you. Hell yeah!
I had to do it. I had to do it live. I had to do it live. And then I felt it felt wrong. It felt wrong to record a video separately.
Well, I was I was like, open it. I was more excited than you was. No.
I wasn't.
I mean, before you seen it, that is. I mean,
I wasn't delaying because I wasn't excited. I was waiting. First, I wanted to make sure you were here, and then I wanted to get going, and then open it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things, man.
Kurt, Bob uses his phone.
Well, actually, I'm using a phone that I use as a tablet, but here's my phone. It's sitting in front of me. It's the old Abraham Lincoln carried a phone. Abraham Lincoln carried a phone just like this.
It's too bad he didn't have it where he was shot. Otherwise, it would have saved him because it's so thick.
Strapped to the back of his fucking head.
Do you play fantasy baseball, Jerome? Because we're getting a lot of fantasy baseball questions.
No, I don't do stuff like that usually. I mean, I just like started using the internet maybe like 2 years ago.
Here you are. You're doing a live stream.
Well, I'm talking like, other than like watching YouTube on my PlayStation.
Right.
I didn't have Facebook. I didn't,
That's not so bad.
Yeah.
But I just want to talk about a couple of these things, these fantasy baseball questions.
Go ahead.
I kind
That's
of,
fine.
man.
I can leave if you want.
No. Hang out.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Good. Answer whatever question. I think it's cool. I just don't do it.
So they're talking about a couple of young pitchers. We started talking about Frankie Montas, who's a pitcher on the A's. And now we're talking about two other A's pitchers, Luzardo and Puck. I think Puck, if you're talking about a redraft league, and if you don't know what a redraft league is, then you play in a redraft league. Like every year you start fresh, whatever. I wouldn't be too interested in Puck, unless you're playing some like insanely deep, like 24 team league or something like that. But most people play like 10 to 12 teams. I wouldn't. I don't know. I like Phil says. I agree with Phil. I like Luzardo as well. Luzardo was out last year. They have a lot of the A's. The A's have a lot of weird stuff going on. Now that I think about it, like Manaea was out last year after he threw, like he flashed some brilliance. He threw a no hitter. Puck has been like a high prospect, but he has issues. Like I just looked up this thing. They're confirming that nothing is structurally wrong with his shoulder. That's like a pilot. Like you're at 36,000 feet, and out of nowhere, the pilot comes on and says nothing's wrong with the left wing. Like you're like, well, I didn't think there was before, but now I'm afraid. No. That left wing is not about to fall off. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Like to start talking about being cleared of structural damage this early for a guy like that, you know, if you're talking about Chris Sale, that's a different story. Like he's not getting Tommy John, but he's going to fall so far down the draft boards that someone like Chris Sale with the flexor strain or whatever, I don't know what the timetable is. Like a guy like that, you take a gamble on. But a guy like Puck, let somebody else take the gamble on him because the odds that he like actually contributes to your team, again, unless it's an insanely deep league, is not worth it. Hopefully, who even asked me about Puck? Oh, what's up, Hard Art Cards? Hopefully you even heard me. I mean, I don't know if you care about my analysis, but hopefully you at least heard that. Because I don't know how many people would be interested in that. I want to do like a fantasy baseball thing. I play in a few pretty intense fantasy baseball leagues, and it's fun to chat about it with people. I might even do like a fantasy I don't know, like a fantasy baseball kind of chat live stream or something like that where people can ask questions. And I'm not an expert by any means, but it's fun to talk about. Anyone else want any other fantasy baseball things?
I'm sure it's fun.
Dude, it's a blast, man.
Yeah, I used to play Madden, and I would simulate the season, and just so I could do the off-season shit. So
yeah, Madden's fun, man.
Yeah, but I didn't play any games.
Yeah, that stuff's cool though. Like I agree. Like even if you don't play,
but I mean, if you want to play, play games. I mean, it don't bother me what other people do and this and that. But like, I just know people would be like, "Wow, that's stupid just to do that."
Right?
I don't know. I don't like it when people's judgmental or whatever.
I'm right there with you, man. It's like you see stuff. People, I don't understand because people get mad when other people like things that they don't like. Snapchat,
right? Kids
today, Snapchat. It's like, what? Don't use it then. I don't. What's the problem?
Right. Well, like the way Phil Micton tells people how to like buy and invest and talks about that, hey, that's fine. And if you're really worried about how much and you're spending and making and how much you can get back and, put back into the hobby, I mean, that's fine. Me, I just, I don't do none of that. I mean,
Yeah, I'm, it's actually kind of a divisive topic. I think.
Well, if people's worried about what they spend,
right,
they should listen to him.
Right, exactly. And that's something that a lot of people don't talk about. Like people talk about how, oh, well, somebody, they're only doing this to make money. But if you're taking that money and like putting it back into cards that mean more to you, like if you see an undervalued card and you want to buy 5 of them and then you make a bunch of money, you sell 4 of them and then you buy a card that would mean a lot to you that normally you wouldn't be able to afford. Is that so wrong? I mean, that's awesome.
No.
You're creating a card out of thin air that you wouldn't be able to afford. Like that's cool.
I pulled a Allen Againer Vladdy Jr. autograph, and like I didn't have any. I don't know anybody that really collects Blue Jays, you know. So I put it up for sale, or you know, hell, looking for a trade on Facebook, and
I would sell his stuff anyway. I don't know.
See, I have no desire for his shit, you know, at all.
Now you can buy a bunch of Yankees cards with it.
Well, actually, better than that, Mike O reached out to me and said, "Hey, he'd like to have that card. You know, what would I just give him a little bit, and he could, you know, get some judges gathered up." And I said, "All right," but since he has all these Allen Ginter autographs, I asked him if he had a Hideki Matsui, and he said he did not. But and then we got to talking, and I told him they just 2018 Topps Transcendence. Number to 25 is up on eBay. There's 2 of them for $105. And anyway, he 15 minutes later, man, 10 minutes later, he sent me a picture and said, "Look what I just bought with you in mind." And the cheapest Vladdy Jr. autograph on eBay or Allen Ginter at the time was $190. And Mike was like, he'll get me back later on the difference. And I was like, no way, dude.
And he's a trustworthy guy too, for sure.
Right. But I told him he didn't owe me anything. I mean, I don't care to take a loss or whatever, you know. He actually like done me a major fucking favor, you know. So I don't know, man. It was just I really did. I got a card out of it that I really, really like, you know. So I don't care if people trade around and stuff like that. And I mean, whatever you want to do, if you even want to just end cards to make money, hey, fucking do it. I don't care.
Well, I wish more people were like you, that they don't care if somebody else does something that they don't like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
Yeah. Hey, fucking, you got to be the Fonzie cool, buck.
Hey. So there's more fantasy baseball comments. So Hard R wants to know about some value picks. So Hard R, like, how big is the league that you play in? And is it AL and NL? Is it like, what are we talking here? Ketel Marte at 40, I like. I like Hira, but that's too expensive when you can take Chris Bryant over him. I'm taking Manny Machado at 48. That's Phil. I am in this league. I'm doing it. I'm doing this league. 12-man redraft. AL and NL. Okay, cool. Manny Machado at 48 is ridiculous. He should be much higher than that.
Right. Okay. So you get so many points, right?
Yeah. Obviously, okay. I think Makata is cheap at 51. I like Witt.
Now wait a minute. You just passed Eloy. Go back up to him for a second. Now, where is his number?
So he's 54th overall. So like this is ranked from 1 to I think this goes into like the 700s. You know what I mean?
All right.
Like he's
I was just wanting to see where he was at. You know?
Yeah, dude. He's a top 50 guy because he has the potential of hitting, like I said, like 50 homers. Here's two really sexy picks right here. It's funny that they're back to back. I wonder where Tatis is actually. Oh man. Okay, there we go. So Chris Paddock. It all depends on where you're drafting. I don't know, Phil. I think I would rather have Machado than Charlie Morton. I'd rather have Machado than Moncada, Olsen, Goldschmidt. I think I would rather have Machado than Hira. Chris Bryant, maybe. I'd definitely rather have him than Nelson Cruz. Like, it's all relative. Like, yeah, I don't think Machado should be up here like people used to think, but down here is ridiculous, man. He's going way below like George Springer. I don't know, man. I see what you're saying, but I I think that's a cheap price.
Hey, who was that? Who was he asking about now? AJ Buck. Yeah.
We were talking. Yeah, Tatis is way up there. You should try it again, Kurt, because it's fun, man. In redraft, like it's just 1 year. Clevenger is injured. All right, so he wants me to dig in. So I like to do this. He wants me to dig into Machado. Let's see if anything is wrong with him. Advanced metrics. Let's check this out. We're really nerding out here. Sorry, Jerome.
Oh, dude, don't bother me.
I know. I just.
Yeah, I mean,
so,
I'll talk about history. So
let's take a look here. So his exit velocity is down a bit. I like to look at this. His average exit velocity last year was 32nd in the majors. So I mean, how hard you're hitting the ball on average means a lot. Max exit velocity, I don't really care about that because that's just your hardest hit ball. Sprint speed, obviously, is not fast. So his number of barrels was in 18 was 6th, and then he's 63rd, 8th, and 15th. So like I agree that Machado had a down year last year, but man, I still think that the market is overreacting to him. 32 homers. His expected weighted on base percentage was 342. So it's slightly above there. Slugging. Yeah. So his expected batting average was 266. So a little bit better than his average. I don't know. I like Machado, and this is my stream, so he's a steal. Let's see. I like Chris Paddock a lot. Tommy Pham. I don't know. I like Pham, but that's actually probably a pretty fair price. Abreu's a little high. Yeah, for sure. The steals thing, like nobody steals bases anymore. The steals thing, I don't really care about. And yeah, I know a lot of people hit home runs, but as far as when you're looking at home run floors, like he has that 30 home run floor. There's a lot of guys who hit more than 30 homers last year that I would not bet would do it again, but he is one of the most likely to hit over 30 home runs, in my opinion, especially.
No way. Gleyber Torres, you can count on that motherfucker every year, dude. I'm telling you.
What about what about Mike Stanton, Giancarlo Stanton?
Man, if you could just see the face I was making.
I can imagine.
I mean, I was kind of upset with him. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, you know what? Actually, here's what when they named him MVP, and then when the Yankees signed him to this big contract, and they talk about his year before experience, I thought to myself, I was like, yeah, and he'll come to the fucking Yankees and suck ass, and that's what he's done.
Yeah, I know. I'm shocked at how far he's fallen off, but he just keeps getting hurt. So Phil says steals are more important. Steals are important to get early. It depends what you're playing. Are you playing roto or points? Because if you're playing points, steals are you gonna overvalue a guy like Malik Smith? Like you'd rather just punt steals and then get guys that produce and everything else. If you get the speed guys only outside of Trey Turner, like the real, I don't know, like the guys who like give you a ton of bags, you're gonna be giving up everything else. So I get nervous about steals. If you're gonna punt a category, let it be steals because I don't know. Yeah, Abreu does. That's true. About Abreu, like I love Abreu. He's one of my favorite players. I just feel like this might be a little high. That's all I'm saying. Nola low. I 100% agree that this is too low. Man. Stanton over Aaron Nola, and it's apples to oranges, but Nola is Nola is the man. I feel like he's top 5 pitcher in the NL. He can win the Cy Young this year. Yeah, I don't know, the points, like, it doesn't matter where you're getting the production from, and I'm gonna take something that's more consistent than steals. That's all. Giolito, that's fair. Hader, that's. I don't know what's going on with the Brewers. I don't like taking relief pitchers high. You just take those guys at the end. Suarez, that might be a little low. Syndergaard, who the hell knows, dude. Laureano, low. Robles, there's a speed guy. Chapman, man, he's low. So someone was asking what these numbers mean. This is the best an expert has ranked them. This is the worst, and this is the average. So he's gone from 55 to 148. So he's got a pretty large standard deviation here. Man. I did not anticipate talking about fantasy baseball today, but this is more fun than I anticipated. Again, I'm not an expert, but it's fun to talk about this stuff. Tim Anderson, that's high. I like Tim Anderson. He's fun, but he had an insane BABIP last year, which is the batting average of balls in play. He got pretty lucky last year. I really like him as a player, and if you need steals, like if you're playing in a roto league or something, go for it, because I think he's going to get you more than he did last year. Robert, that's too high. I hope he hits it big, but Kurt, it's not. This isn't bad, man. Like, it's fun. You just draft. You just go, and when you draft, what happens is, like, Kurt, when you're up, it'll like say these are the top ranked guys available. You can just kind of go off the draft, like, oh, I need an outfielder or whatever. This says center field, but in fantasy, it'll just most leagues just have outfield. Be like, oh, I need an outfielder, and you just draft off the rankings, and you're not going to have like a stupid team. You know what I mean? It's really easy. Yeah, Robert's too high. I hope he hits it big, but I'm not taking him above Trevor Bauer. Like, give me a break. Jeff McNeil, seriously? I'm not taking Robert over those guys. So we're out of the top 100. So I'll just kind of. He mashes, but he plays for the Baltimore, so nobody cares. This is where you start getting the relief pitchers. Santana's pretty low. Kepler's low. Escobar's low. I like Escobar because he can play at all these different positions. Dahl, I'm kind of sick of him. He gets hurt all the time, and he doesn't steal any bases like he was supposed to. Ohtani, it depends on your league rules if you can use him at pitching and hitting, but he's I feel like you just draft him. You draft him above this, no question. There's Frankie Montas. Puig, he's not even on a team. Ryu, pass. Although 130 is pretty low. I don't know. Probably pass on that, though. Zach Gallen. I don't know. Arizona is interesting because they have a humidor. They put the balls in humidors to make them heavier so that they don't fly out in that thin mountain air. And no, hey, Curtis, you said leave McNeil alone. I like McNeil. I was saying no way I'm taking Luis Robert above McNeil. I like McNeil. McNeil is low. So the humidor in Arizona, they make the balls heavier, and their home runs, it's not like a major hitter's park anymore the way it used to be. Colorado does it too, but I think Arizona, it's been much more effective. So, like, starting pitching, maybe don't just automatically pass on him. I don't know much about Zach Gallen, though, I'll admit. David Price, that's low. Going over the Dodgers, man, facing NL, a bunch of guys that never face him for the NL hitters. That's low. Everyone's he's old, whatever. But in a redraft league, take David Price, man. Take David Price up here over Hyun-Jin Ryu. He's going the other way. He's going to the American League, but he's always hurt. I don't know. Grandal, I like getting a good catcher because there's only a few of them. So I'm taking a guy like Grandal over like relief pitchers and whatever. Danny Santana, look at this. He plays everywhere. Everything but catcher and pitcher. I'd sign him to a contract in my dynasty league because he's available everywhere. I don't like Robbie Ray. I don't know. He's just like a really high whip guy. Biggio, probably low. I don't know. Tucker, they don't really know if he's gonna play yet. I don't know what the situation is out there. I mean, I can go on and on. I'll do a Malk Smith. There's your steals guy, number 0, because he puts up 0 in anything besides steals. Buxton. I don't know. It gets kind of boring down here. There's some home runs at this stage to get over 30 home runs. Upton too. Didi Gregorius. Yeah. Anyways. I enjoyed that little spontaneous fantasy baseball discussion. I definitely will dig more into this. I didn't know people cared about that stuff. Verdugo, 193. I know his back's hurt, but damn, dude. I don't know. I like Verdugo. I'm probably gonna end it here, dudes. I know, Kurt, like the White Sox, they spent so much money, and not only that, they worked out some extensions that were huge. The Moncada extension was monstrous. Sorry, the stream didn't work out, Kurt. I don't know why it would have just. I saw earlier you said your stream didn't work. Fellas, Jerome, thanks for joining us. I'm going to put you on the screen here so you can say bye-bye to everybody.
Thanks for having me, man. I wanted that card, man. I was excited as fuck to give it to you. I really was, you know.
I am excited as fuck to get it. This is awesome, man. I really appreciate it.
See, I knew you would, man.
Makes me happy. Like, that's just in my PC forever, you know what I mean? Not selling it,
Right.
Not trading it.
You know what? I was actually going to tell you, or I don't know. I might have wrote it in the note, but my dumbass don't remember. I said I would pay for it to get it graded. But I didn't want to send it off to get it graded first, and then give it to you.
That's
You know
actually.
what I mean?
I'm glad you brought that up real quick. Because I've been sending cards into Mike O to grade.
Yeah,
want me-
Miko's a good one.
Do you want me to send in that judge card? Because it looks immaculate to me. You want me to send that in and just get it graded, and then when it comes back, send it to you, or would you rather just have it raw? Doesn't matter to me.
I
It's
mean,
10
yeah. Well, honestly, that I use Dustin Bellinger, and Dustin Bellinger don't get as many submissions, or he wasn't, because I don't know, Miko. I love Miko to death, and I trust him. I'd send my cards to him, but when I started sending cards in, I just went through Dustin Bellinger because that's just what I use. But I don't know. Just go ahead and send it to me if that's all right. I mean,
No, it doesn't matter to me.
You told me it was mine, and I don't know. I just thought that was awesome of you. And so when I pulled that card, I was like, "Oh fuck yeah,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
something nice, man."
It's absolutely
But
yours.
yeah, I'll take a look at it and then send it in if it
Cool.
looks good. If it,
I'm not a grader, but I looked at it and I put it in it looks so good that I put it in a card saver thing to like remind me that it was like probably a 10, but I'm not a grader, so I don't know. Slob,
I like grading. I like getting like different stuff graded. I actually sent in the 2019 Sports Illustrated for Kids Aaron Judge card just because I thought I sent it in the Heritage candy lid, the 2018 the sticker, the decal sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like fucking oddball shit like that graded, you know?
Yeah, that's fun. Cool. So I won't send that to Mike. I'll send it to you, and then I have to look around for a few other things. But thanks for
No,
coming.
you
on.
don't, man.
It
It wasn't a trade. It wasn't a trade. It wasn't, you send me that one card and I'll be happy as, and it wasn't like that, man.
Well, I mean, I know it wasn't, but I really appreciate it. That blew me away, man. That was awesome. Slob wants to know if we do this every Thursday.
You're a genuine dude, man. I knew you would appreciate it. It just made me feel good to give it to you. So that Judge card make me happy, man. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna send it off to Mike and get it graded, and that thing's gonna be so sexy in a slab. I can't wait to see that. All right, guys, I gotta go to bed. Slob, generally Thursdays, but not every Thursday. It's kind of, I have a weird schedule. Bob has a weird schedule. We just kind of hop on. Hard R, thanks for hopping in, dude. We'll probably do more fantasy stuff going forward too. I don't think Bob really does it. Curtis thinks he says, well, the community is awesome, man. Like, the community is so cool. And I traded cards with Curtis. He sent me a bunch of cool cards. I sent him cards. Like, this community is awesome, man. Jerome says Slob says you're the man, Jerome. All right.
Thank you, Slob. I love Slob. He's an awesome dude, man. I asked to buy a 10. He's like, I'll just fucking give it to you. It's like, man, I'll pay for it. And he's like,
dude, there's so many.
Slob's a good dude.
Even in this thing earlier, vintage oddball cards, I said I wanted to get a T206 card. He said, email me and I'll give you one for free. Like, he doesn't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, that's enough positivity. I really do have to pass out because it's late my time. Even you're probably an hour ahead of me.
Yeah, but I'll 6 o'clock, I'll go to bed. All right, y'all. Later. Thanks for having me.
See you, dudes.